This is the brand new way of installing and running Kali Linux on M1 or M2 Mac. In this video, I'm going to show you to install Kali Linux on a virtual machine on M1 or M2 Mac using UTM. UTM is a powerful QEMU hypervisor and emulator which allows you to run Kali with OpenGL hardware acceleration inside a virtual machine on any Mac with Apple Silicon. Now, this is why you don't have to dual boot a Mac to install Kali Linux. Instead, you can run the operating system inside Mac OS in isolated environment. So without further ado, let's get into installing Kali Linux on M1 or M2 Mac. Alright, first things first, this guide will work on any Apple Silicon Mac. For demonstrating this video, I used MacBook Air with an M1 chip. Now, as you can see, it's running the latest version of macOS Ventura. To install Kali Linux on M1 or any Mac with Apple Silicon, you need to reserve a free space of at least 50 GB or higher. Then head over to these links using a web browser. The first link in the description takes you to this page. Go ahead and download the UTM app. Then head over to the second link and click on this download button. Then scroll a bit and choose Apple Silicon ARM64. Choose the offline installer. I recommend using a torrent client, will improve the speed of downloading the ISO. By the time of recording this video, Kali Linux 2022.3 is the latest release. Now once you are done downloading both of the files, place them somewhere on your desktop for easier navigation. Then double tap on the UTM DMG file and drag the icon to the applications folder. Now open the UTM application. This is the user interface of the UTM application. Let's go ahead and start creating a new virtual machine for Kali Linux. To do so, click on this button. Under the Start menu, you will see two options, Virtualize and Emulate. If you're installing ARM64 OS on Apple Silicon, use Virtualize to simulate the bare metal performance. If you're installing any x86 or x64 OS on Apple Silicon, use Emulation. Now this will slow down the system, so better use the OS that matches your computer architecture. For now, choose Virtualize, then select Linux. Now for this video, we're going to use a QEMU hypervisor instead of Apple ones, which is not stable, and make sure you untick the first two options. Then import the Kali Linux image file. Then for the hardware, allocate 4 GB of RAM and set the CPU cores to 4. Lastly, enable the OpenGL-based hardware acceleration for a smoother experience. Then click on Continue. Now allocate the storage space for Kali Linux virtual machine. Make sure it's not less than 30 GB. Now under the shared directory, you can allow any macOS folder to be accessed inside a Kali via HTTP web server. Now name the virtual machine and click on Save, and that's it, we are done creating a virtual machine for Kali Linux. On the right, you can see the information about this virtual machine. Now go ahead and click on the settings from the top right. Under the devices, click on New and add a serial device emulation. Now this part is very important. If you don't do it, the installer will fail to run. I want to give a huge shout out to my subscriber for finding a way to fix the issues in regards to the installer. Now start the virtual machine by clicking on the play button. You will see two windows. The one will be blinking forever and the other window is what we need to install Kali Linux. Go ahead and choose the window that says Terminal 1 in the title bar. Now use the normal installation method and don't use a graphical install, which is currently not working with UTM. Keep in mind that when you tap inside a virtual machine, the cursor control will be bounded to the guest OS. To release, press Ctrl+ option to get control of the cursor back to the host OS. Since the installer doesn't support the mouse cursor, you need to use the arrow keys, tab, and written keys of the keyboard while installing the Kali Linux. As you can see, it's booted into the installation screen of Kali. Go ahead and set the system language. Use the arrow keys to scroll through and confirm the option by pressing the written key. Then select your location and set the keyboard language. Now leave Kali as the hostname and press the written key. For the domain name, leave it empty. Then create a user account and password. Then choose to configure the clock. Now choose use the entire disk. Then select the virtual disk, choose all-in-one partition, and finish partitionizing the virtual drive. Now many people think at this point this will format the Mac OS to install Kali, but it's not the case here. The free space that we allocated for Kali will be used to install and runs the Kali Linux in isolated environment and has nothing to do with Mac OS. And lastly, you need to choose the desktop environment, scroll through the arrow keys, and then choose the desktop environment you fancy. Then select the option and press the spacebar to tick or untick the desktop you need. Then press the tab key to highlight continue and press the written key to confirm the changes. Now this will finish up installing Kali Linux. Wait for some time, sit back and relax. Once you see this screen, then using the virtual machine navigation bar, shut down the VM. Then go ahead and close this window. Now head over to the main interface, select CD or DVD and choose clear to unmount the ISO. Now click on the settings from the top right. From the device section, select serial, right click and remove. Then save the changes. Now click on the play button to run the virtual machine. At this time, it will boot into the Kali Linux desktop. Now wait for 10 seconds to see the login screen of Kali Linux. Now log in with your password and voila, now you can see Kali Linux 2022 with XFCE desktop running inside a virtual machine on M1 Mac with Apple Silicon. Just look at the speed of Kali, it's freaking fast. It feels like I'm running Kali on bare metal. And lastly, open the terminal and type this command to update the packages. Now if in case you see this error, just run this command to fix it. Now rerun the update command and this time it should work fine. Also keep in mind, do not run the upgrade command inside a VM. This will make your VM inaccessible after reboot. Now if in case you find any new version of Kali in future, it's recommended to clean install the VM from scratch. Then type this command to add support for VM guest additions. Along with that, I will install some packages like NeoFetch, HTOP, and more. Then restart the Kali Linux. As you can see, the clipboard sharing is working between Mac OS and Kali Linux. And that's pretty much it. This is how you properly install Kali Linux on any Mac with Apple Silicon. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. If in case you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for watching my video. This has been KSK Ryle. I will see you at the next one.